Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Eats reviews and I'm going to try this in 15 minutes. We see a doctor, I just watched Dr. Giggles and we see a doctor doing operation on a man in one of those, doctor domes, operation domes, where you can look down where you see a patient lying there and doctor doing the operation, and you can see what the doctor is doing from above. If you know what I mean, the kind of doctor dome, operation dome, something like that. And that doctor that doing the operation is Dr. Giggles. And he's actually patient 193. He is a patient. But his father was a doctor, and Dr. Giggles wanted to also be a doctor. So he thinks that he's a doctor actually. So yeah. So we then pin to Jen, a student, and she is making plans with friends actually to hang out. And then we pin back to Dr. Giggles, and he is going to an old house, and that was his house. Well, more like his dad's house maybe, and he is breaking away into a wall because there's an office behind, a doctor's practice, doctor's office, something like that, Sorry. And so the friends, they actually go to Giggles. Dr. Giggles, Jesus fucking Christ. Dr. Giggles' house. And we have two couples, and one of the two couples, they went upstairs, and actually they were looking around, if there's a hidden room or something, what actually was. It was downstairs in the basement. And so they one of the two couples, they went into a room, and the other two locked them in there, not knowing that Dr. Giggles actually returned home and is in the basement, getting all his attire, getting nice and doctorly dressed, getting his suitcase, his doctor case. And the other two actually leave on shitty friends, and the doctor found them and killed them. So Elaine, that's a woman who lives next door. She hears screaming, her dog heard screaming first, so the dog barks, and then she, turns the TV lower, or turned it off, and then she heard screaming also coming from the house of Dr. Giggles. And Jesus, I fucking hate this light. Usually it's a bit like this, Maybe because of the light, that light is not on, so it doesn't cancel each other out, maybe. I don't know. So, and when Elaine went to look to the house, look at the house, and when she was at the front door, she suddenly saw an eye through a peephole, a big hole there, something, and it was Dr. Giggles who looked through the hole at her, and he started giggling. That's why he's probably called Dr. Giggles, because he giggles a lot, but he's not only shits and giggles. Well, maybe he is, there's a lot of shit happening, and he giggles a lot, so it's all shits and giggles with Dr. Giggles. And she actually screams and runs away, but Dr. Giggles is now coming for her, and he killed her in her home. But then Jen was out with Max, her boyfriend. They were going to the fair, and she was a bit down. She didn't have any fun anymore, so she went home. And when she was home, Dr. Giggles was on the street. He saw her in her window, standing there, walking past, every time, And then the other couple came also home, but they live across from her. And Dr. Giggles saw that because he was standing on the street, and he actually went for them. They snuck up upstairs, for the dirty deed, and his little brother was sitting downstairs gaming. And Dr. Giggles, he snuck also upstairs, killing him. So yeah, then Jen actually, she had a heart problem, and she actually put her heart monitor off and drank some wine, which she couldn't do actually, from the doctor, not Dr. Giggles, but an actual doctor, and she went away, and Dr. Giggles found. No, wait, that's not yet. It was first, I think, that Dr. Giggles went into Jen's home now and slammed the door, the front door. And the dad thought it was Jen, but Jen was already gone already. So he actually looked for Jen and found her heart monitor and a glass of wine, which she should have. And he went to look for her, but his girlfriend, she stayed behind because he said, okay, you can come with me or you can stay behind. Well, she stayed behind. Not very good girlfriend. Yeah. Anyway, the doctor got her actually because he was still at Jen's house. So he got her and killed her. And then he found Jen's heart monitor, and because his mom also died from a heart problem, and that's why his dad went insane and the kids went also insane. He was thinking back and wanted to save Jen actually by giving her a new heart. But Jen was going to the fair, and Dr. Giggles actually went to the fair to found Jennifer, and he actually found her. And when they met, she ran away, and she tripped. He found her again. She ran away again. Well, after hitting him over the head, and then she ran into some cops, and they took her to the police station. They left a message on the phone, which the doctor heard at Jen's home. He heard the message and left himself also a message. So when the dad came home, he heard the message too, heard the first message and then heard the second message from, I'm your new doctor, I'm standing behind you. And I thought, what the fuck? And then he turned around and saw the doctor and got stabbed. But then one of the two cops that ran into Jennifer came to the home, to Jen's home, to look for the dad, And he found the dad laying on the ground. Laying on the ground. And then the cop himself got stabbed here in the back of the neck, I think with ice cream or something like that, ice pick or something like that, got stabbed in the back of the head, of the back of the neck, stood up, turned around, and you you gave me sleepless night for 35 years or something like that, and you shot him right here, and fell over and died. Well, not Dr. Giggles, but the cop. Dr. Giggles went back to his home and operated on himself to get the bullet out and got it all stitched up and all again. And then he called as her dad to the place where she actually was, to doctor's office or something like that. He actually arrived there and killed the doctor. And then she actually could have escaped, but she did something fucking stupid. She pushed against something very heavy, but while there was a kind of rack in front of her, she could just put it away, slide to the side, push it over to walk over it. No, you push the fucking heavy thing while you're laying on the ground. Really? Come on. Push that thing over, walk over it, run away. No, she pushed that heavy thing, and when she finally could go by, she got caught. And if you want to know what happens next, you have to watch the movie yourself, because I'm not going to spoil it. Does she survive? Does she die? Because that's also a possibility. I know, but you don't know. Well, if you watch the movie, you know. So if you want to watch the movie, if you want to know what happens next, you have to watch the movie yourself. I'm not going to spoil that, but I leave that there. This movie definitely gets a 4 out of 5. It was a very good movie. I finally found out that I really like slasher movies, actually. I usually like also some horror movies, but slasher horror movies I like the most. I don't know why, but it just happens to be that way. So I leave it at 4.5. 4 out of 5, so 4 points out of 5, and don't forget to leave a like, recommend your favorite anime movie or anime movie down below in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and if something is wrong with you, that you don't know, go to a doctor, and don't go to a doctor for, oh, I have a cold, I need cold medicine. No, just stay at home, rest out, and you're fine in a couple of days. Come on, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.